Hello Scorpio, welcome to your reading for the 28th of February until the 8th of March. And it's going to be general, so, if something doesn't resonate, just leave it for someone else. Let's welcome the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light Beings, Spirit Guides, our higher selves, and any animal, ancestral or dragon guides that may be assisting you as well at the moment. Okay, Scorpio, let's see, something's jumped here. Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles, and underneath you have the Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. I think you're moving forward with your in terms of, general abundance and, I guess monetary wealth and health and all that, things are moving forward. And yeah, maybe you've been working hard here, Scorpio. I think maybe underlying spirit is sort of saying, maybe you just need to just stop and smell the roses a bit, like just, celebrate how far you have come and what you've achieved. And this is something new here, Ace of Pentacles. You have your masculine and feminine coming together too. And this could also be a couple of people in your life that are supportive. Okay. And actually, let's just take it two off the bottom of this. Right. We're just going to grab these cards first of all, and then we'll have a deeper chat. Seven of Wands, the Devil, Hanged Man, and you just have Strength. So you have some major arcana coming in here, Scorpio, okay? It could be something, maybe some people from the past or your inner child sort of coming forward for some attention. That's too many. I also have the Five of Swords and the Wheel of Life, Wheel of Fortune here. You also have the World. You've got lots of major arcana in this reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. Let's see if there's... Right. Ace of Swords, 8 of Wands, and 8 of Cups. Well, let's talk about these two. I think this is your current energy. So I think at the moment you're really grounding into creating a nice foundation for yourself in terms of taking care of the practicalities of life. And you could also be in a position of perhaps overseeing others. So in a work role or even in a family setting. Maybe you're kind of taking the lead a little bit in that area. And this is the Queen of Wands energy too, which is very creative, passionate, moving forward with conviction. Okay. King of Pentacles can sometimes be very fixate, very focused on the practical and the material. Okay. Queen of Wands is very much not so much focused on the material, but very driven to make a vision come into being. So she's very creative. Okay. So whether or not, Scorpio, you're feeling that these two things are coming together for you, maybe you're feeling really creative and inspired and you're also creating a nice foundation, which is great. Or it could be that these two energies are, well, generally fire and earth generally go together. So you're probably in this mode at the moment. Or the other possible explanation is that you have established yourself really well, but there's something else that's caught your attention with regard to your passions. Okay, but it's interesting that they're both on a similar level. So I think maybe they are kind of, you're blending those things at the moment, which is pretty awesome. And maybe what's coming up is that there's going to be there's something on the horizon that maybe it's going to be an offer, an opportunity that's going to be cause for celebration for you. Okay, so there's something that's coming forward, and I think this is because at the moment you have this energy of having things organized and sorted, but also you're passionate and you are into what you're doing. Okay, this is sort of feeling like maybe there's a promotion or an up leveling, or you're going to be moving into a stronger position of some sort. Okay, yeah, which is really nice. Just recently, it makes sense that these two energies are coming together for you, your practicality and your passion, because you have the world here. This is a nice balance of you having that sense of freedom and movement, and you can activate your passion and your creativity, but also being able to take care of your responsibilities. Earth, King of Pentacles. So yeah, this is really awesome. The light collects. Lights collect. Okay. 6 of Cups or 6 of Portals in this deck is the Stone Circle. And this is really nice too, because this can be about you, I think, Scorpio, tuning into your inner child. Okay, and once again, pulling that into this mix of being able to be responsible, but also passionate and driven. Okay, inspiring for others. An interesting thing is here, what you're hoping for is, this could be some challenges at the moment. It's the 5 of Swords, but it's saying here, neutralize the charge. So this could be, and this is in it but not of it. So maybe there are things that you're dealing with in the external, like in your work environment or family situation, and it's you're having this feeling of like you're an observer of it, but you're not getting taken in by it, and you're not buying into it, you're not associating with it. Your ego is able to maintain a distance, okay, which is really great, which is kind of what this is here. So I think you're hoping to distance yourself from something, or be able to transmute some sort of energy that's sort of around you, or that you're working with. Yeah, it's sort of to do with the mind. So let's have a look. There's something that you're going to be neutralizing or calming, is what we're sort of getting from that. And I get that, maybe at times the environment you're in is actually quite charged. This is pretty charged energy, Queen of Wands. Okay. Whereas this is a bit more chill, but slowly things are getting done. Right. And yeah, so there is that. There's maybe something that's going to chill out, or because of the way you respond or how you deal with it, and how you communicate. I think given 5 of Swords is that energy of communication and thought processes as well. It could be also something to do around with technology. Okay, so maybe you're having to use a lot of technology, and it's like at times you just feel like, well, this is maybe it gets a bit intense, okay, and you're kind of like, well, this says in it but not of it. Okay, so maybe you're just going to be pulling back, or you realize that you're going to have to adopt some new skills to be able to pull back from it, to get your own downtime, so that you stop the cogs of the thought processes going over time or for too long, like being able to switch off, that type of thing. Yeah, possible outcome, 7 of Wands. So you will be able to, hold your ground and switch off when you need to. Okay. And this is the other energy, which is the devil, which is the Capricorn energy. Another possible outcome is that, I guess, you can always escape. There's always an out with the devil card, okay? So I think this is what the out is going to be for you, Scorpio, is that you're going to be able to neutralize that charge or neutralize the intensity of things because of your abilities, okay, and your balanced approach. Very evident in this here. It's like, you know, you're busy creating this thing, this legacy or financial stability. And there's an aspect to it that is intense, okay? So either that intensity will, a possible outcome is that your energy will get sapped and you will feel restricted by it. Or it will be that you'll be able to move yourself out of that feeling, be able to stand your ground and say, look, okay, enough is enough. I've done X amount of overtime this week. I'm not doing any more, or I need one day off a month or whatever it is, a couple of days. And you're going to be able to, you know, stand your ground. That's possible outcomes there. Okay. In the area of your challenge is Strength and Hanged Man. So maybe, yes, this is what we're sort of saying, is that you may find it difficult to get that downtime, Hanged Man. Okay. You may find it difficult to see that there is wisdom and strength that can be gained from stepping away from something. Because our natural inclination is to go, well, if I'm not doing it, that means that, you know, I'm not doing it, like I'm not doing enough, or I'm not doing the thing to whatever standards or the extent that other people expect me to do it. Okay, but we're all different. And the thing is, it's going to be about balance and productivity, the quality of the productivity for you, Scorpio. So it's sort of, this is about the strength. If you're going to have challenges with disciplining yourself to move into this energy, we're going to get the spirit guidance as well. Because it's interesting that you have the strength here, Scorpio, to actually get this job done, okay? To get this task, all these tasks, this project, whatever it is that you're doing, and you are up for the intensity because you're an intense sign, okay? And there's a certain amount of strength, of course, in being able to do that, right? But it also takes strength to be able to pull back when you feel you need to, or tuning into yourself so that you know when you need to, okay? Sorry, I didn't mean to point my finger, but use your discernment with everything that I'm saying, okay? If something's not resonating, like I said, if it's not, doesn't apply, then just let it go, right? So spirit guidance, first of all, here is Ace of Swords, is for you, Scorpio, to get really clear about what is true for you, what truly works for you, what feels right. So you might enjoy working with intensity and you might flourish in that environment, and you might be, you know, you're making your money and all that sort of stuff, okay? But there will probably come a point where it's like you also need to know how to be able to communicate your needs, and doing it in a way that makes it a win-win, you know, like being able to negotiate, compromise, and listening to your own insights about yourself, acting on your ideas. And if you're really clear with yourself and what your boundaries are, okay, Seven of Wands, boundaries. If you're really clear with your boundaries and you state them really clearly to others, then, you know, they have to respect that. And if they don't, you walk away. Perfect. Eight of Cups. So Spirit's saying, yeah, if, you know, there is that, okay, there is that. And you also have the Eight of Wands. So isn't it interesting how you've got these two sides once again? This is like the Eight of Wands. This is the intensity, okay? Things are moving quick. It's all happening. aka almost this Queen of Wands energy. Like, yeah, let's get this done. Let's get this project. Let's get this happening. Let's do this job, this task, whatever that is. So Spirit's saying, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's also nothing wrong with walking away if you need to take some time out. Okay? So they are of equal validity. And isn't it interesting that there's this sword in the middle, which is about you, Scorpio, making the decisions about when you're going to move into this and when you're going to move to that and when you're moving back into this and that, so that you can create the life that you want. And yeah, so that you keep maintaining this beautiful balance that you've hit on, this balance of freedom and responsibility. Okay. Yeah, let's look at the bottoms of the decks as well. Oh, this reading's gone a bit longer. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah. So the Wheel of Life again. So this is a cycle. So once again, there's this cycle of, you know, maybe you're working on something that's really intense, but then that needs to wane so that you can wind down and rejuvenate. Okay. I have a feeling, Scorpio, that you may be burning the candle at both ends at the moment. And maybe this is a reading to remind you to, you know, stop and smell the roses here. Okay, just, yeah. Wow, here we have the Page of Cups, the Eye. So this is Spirit also saying that pay close attention to your emotions. And also, you know, your vision, like what your personal vision is for you. And also, you know, how you want to be feeling as you create that vision, how you want to be feeling as you experience that and get the benefits of it. Yeah, sight. There's something about sight. Keeping your own emotional well-being in sight, okay? Let's have a look here. Wow, Eight of Wands again. So, yeah, things are moving in a positive direction overall. Okay, you have the Eight of Wands twice in your reading here. Also have the Wheel of Fortune. So this phase is characterized by some fast movement, but Spirit's also saying, you know, hey, it's okay to slow down if you need to. Nine of Swords, yeah. So like we said, this intensity, this is probably the point at which you're like, you know, if you get so stressed that you are, you know, like losing sleep, you're sort of worried about stuff all the time, you know, and use your own discernment, like just tune into yourself. It, you know, that might be Spirit just saying, you know, just keep your awareness on things like sleep, you know, thoughts, like if, you know, if you find that in this work or when you're doing this project or which you're with people and it's been busy for quite a few, maybe a few weeks or a few days or whatever, and you just feel like you're getting like shoot it off with everyone or, you know, stuff like that, or tired or just, you know, low energy, no sleep, you know, a mood, negative mood states a lot, that can be signals to just move away for a period of time. What I mean by that is take a break from it somehow, and you discern how long a break you need. Maybe it's going to be a day, a full day, 2 full days, and to just, you know, do other stuff, you know, do something completely different. Just surrender into your vibe. This is Six of Cups, you know, maybe doing something sacred or special for yourself, activating your inner child, doing something fun, yeah, aka lightening the mood here. This is what Spirit's saying too, lighten the mood. And this is literally like, you know, a pentacle and a cake. Maybe it's just go out to a cafe and have a nice cake or something. Yeah, anything. And yeah, I mean, you have this beautiful Wheel of Life. Look at this, all the colours and around there. But, you know, this is you. I think you're in a really masterful energy at the moment, Scorpio, and I think you are on the right track. But Spirit's just saying it's okay to chill. Yeah, so I think we'll wrap it up there. I hope that's been helpful. Yeah, look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.